How to run a sales call. Let's talk about that. I am a master at that. I have made hundreds of millions of dollars, not only running sales calls, sales teams, high ticket teams, low ticket teams, stage teams, you name it. I've sold it, raised capital. It's all the same skill set. And at the end, I'm going to give you my $1 trillion tip and a gift to come learn how to do it. I've spent an amazing amount of money, 7 figures, on how to learn to sell and run a sales call. So get ready, get a pen and paper. We're going to talk about 3 specific things today. Number 1, how to run that successful sales call. And yes, I'll talk inside of that about your fear of selling, because you're going to be serving. When you're under my domain, you're going to be serving, not selling, and you're going to make way more money. Your checkbook is going to ring every day. And then what's the art of running a sales call, because there is some intuition and just some what I call gut instincts that are a big part of that. And then just to summarize at the end, how to maximize your sales call. I have 4 keys that I'm going to go through that are pretty stock and block, but you got to have those before you can add on all the extra, I say, more distinctions and the things that I'm going to teach you as we start really working together. So let's begin at the beginning. How do you run a successful sales call? So let's just handle the first objection that's going on for you right now is, I hate selling, right? A lot of you. So I don't know where that all came from, because it's really exhausted. When people say, I don't like to sell, to me, that's like a Ward and June Cleaver, 1960s and 70s conversation. Because I think the selling energy from door-to-door salespeople and all those manipulative techniques that you might have felt before of why you backed off. But when you really think about it, why do you hate selling? You buy crap all the time. All the time. People are selling you all the time. Starbucks sells you all the time. They don't even have to sell you. You want coffee, you go in and get it. You say, I want coffee. The person doesn't freak out of a sales tension. Oh my gosh, it's $6.26. They don't freak out. They just say, you want the coffee? Here's the money. Go. I want you to sell with that kind of energy. What's your problem? I have a solution. I need this money to start. Let's go. You're selling and you're buying stuff all the time from people who are selling to you. So I want you to wake up, and how to run a successful sales meeting is, first, I want you to go out right now for the next week and be sold to, and be consciously sold to. My favorite activity for those that are really, really scared, go to a car dealership. Typically, they're some of the best salespeople. Also, I want you to go to QVC. I want you to go to HSN. By statistics, they are the number 1 and 2 channel, QVC and HSN, in the world. You say, well, I hate infomercials. Again, that's that same narrative of, oh, I hate sales. Well, you're buying crap all the time. So I want you to go be sold to and not buy. Go watch QVC for 2 hours and not buy one thing. Don't move. Don't do anything, right? Go to beachbody.com and don't buy a thing. I don't care what kind of shape you're in. Don't get motivated. Don't get anything. Notice your emotions, because there is a very strategic process, because that's like a sales call. Think about it. An infomercial is 3 8-minute segments with a lot of motivating stuff in between. So notice when you get excited and say, oh, I want those abs. I want those glutes. I want that. I want that. Or you ladies, I want this purse. I want this dress. I want whatever notice that urge. What did they do to you to get you to do that, right? I want you to get used to selling, used to serving. You're just helping people get what they want. That's how I want you in the serving energy. I'm helping people get what they want. And yes, they're going to sell because my time's not free. So let's just handle that little problem that most of you have. I have business rules, money rules, and I have charity rules. So I have no problem asking for money because I know the time value of my money. A lot of you don't know what you're worth because you're paid as an employee just a set amount of money on a regular basis. You're not generating the money through an entrepreneurial venture serving someone's life. So who in your category makes what kind of money? Who's the most successful in your category? I price in a very high value, but super value stack. Compared to my other A-lister mentor gurus that I hang out with, their prices sometimes are $40,000, $75,000, $100,000 for a year. Mine's super high value, and I have unlimited, I don't expire you when you're part of my mentoring program and my mastermind. I don't expire you. My point is sharing all of that is a lot of you have weird energy about selling, infomercials, being sold to. And it's really? You make emotional decisions walking through Costco all the time. So I wanted to frame how to have a successful call first with the emotion and the energy around sales, because most of you have very weird energy and a very weird narrative around it. So I want you to lean in and operate this way. What are you really good at and how many lives do you want to serve? Because I am the best in class at what I do, and I'm going to serve a lot of lives. I'm going to do this till the day I walk off the planet. So what are you going to do to generate the money that you want? You got to serve a bunch of lives, and not just a small little Rolodex of people, a big CRM of people. You got to give a great offer. So how do you have a sales call? We're assuming you actually have a sales team, right? You need to lead with the energy that I just talked about. You need to lead with your mission. I want to serve lives. I'm going to change lives. And my sales team, right, is going to come along. So there's a team approach to training. And then there's the sales call you're going to do. So first of all, I want you to have what's the agenda of the call? I have a structure. I'll give it to you right now. And I'm also going to give you tickets to my Millionaire Intensive and Marketplace in the link below. I teach a process called Ask, Tell, Ask, because again, I spent so much money learning sales, linguistics, NLP, all these training strategies, all these sales strategies. And when you really come down to it, I just want to have a conversation with you is how I run my sales calls. I want to know, I'm going to ask you, what's your number one problem with money? What do you need me to help you with? I don't start with, I'm Loral, I'm the Millionaire Maker, I have 5 New York Times, I'm the 2022 Personal Finance Book of the Year, blah, blah, blah. I don't start with my accolades. You can go find those out all over my website and all over about who I am and what I've done to be here. I want to know how I can help you, right? This is the what's in it for them principle. It's the old stuff, you know this. So how can I help you? And then I'm going to listen. What a novel concept. And then I'm going to offer you a solution. Based on what you said, I'm going to offer you a solution, and then I'm going to have an immediate price. I'm going to ask you for the money, and I'm going to have an ability to take the money. So I'm running the call as I'm very organized. I'm going to ask, I'm going to tell a solution, I'm going to ask you for the money, and then we're going to begin fulfillment. So notice I'm selling, then fulfilling. That's how it goes. A lot of you break that because you start fulfilling. So how do you run a call? Have an agenda. Know how long you want each of your meetings to be. So the teaching that I do is if you're selling a low ticket item, it should be 5, 10, 15 minutes. If you're selling a higher ticket item, anywhere between 15, 30, and 45 minutes, plan that structure. You have to actually have guardrails, we call it. I want to have guardrails of the conversation. I don't want to hear your backstory. So I have another term, you can borrow this. It's called so what, now what? So what, that all happened to you financially? What do you want? I want to take you forward in mentoring and coaching you, not backward. So when you're running the meeting, as far as building rapport, there are some trainings that actually, I think, overdo rapport. Your rapport is in my process, from the beginning. I want to know about you and what you're doing right there. It's not about me, it's about them. You start that rapport building right away. As you actually do the structure of your call, what's the art form of it? There's a listening for. You're listening for how you can serve them. Notice my language pattern. It's exactly how I want you to say it. Not listening to them, I'm listening for how I can serve them. I'm listening to a forward motion. What do they want? They want to reduce their taxes. They want more money. They want to manage their debt. They want better returns on their investments. So I'm going to teach you how to do that. If you want those 4 things, this is my solution. This is the cost. If the objection is, oh my gosh, I can't afford that, or I don't have time. Well, if you don't have time to learn anything, then you probably just keep your job, because you're going to learn a lot here, because I'm an education company, not a financial advisor. So you're going to learn a lot. I want you in that space. The art of also a call is a compelling proposition. I'm going to make you a millionaire. What's your catch? What's your phrase lines? Who are you? What are you going to do to solve their problem? How are you going to serve them? And then you do need to create some certainty that you actually have some experience doing it. That's why I'm out here on the YouTube channel. So right now I'm going to ask you to go subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. More importantly, I need you to click the notification button and be here 5 days a week. I'm asking for 5 to 10 minutes. If you say you're serious, I'm serious. I only want serious players. If you're out here interested, clicking around and just, signing up for everything but showing up for nothing, you're not my person. I want people who want to move, who want to be millionaires, who's serious, who want to change their family's life, pay less taxes, and exactly like I said, pay less taxes, make more money, manage your debt, get better returns, do it with the team, and understand how to be a millionaire. So that is my compelling proposition. That's what I do. I've done it for myself. I've done it for thousands and thousands. So what is your compelling proposition? So as you're out here 5 days a week, share it with those who need to be around you. Don't be silent in a bubble saying, I want to be a millionaire, but I'm not going to tell anybody. No, I need you to live it out loud. I need you to tell everybody I'm going to be a millionaire, because guess what? All of that conversation and narrative, number one, if you believe in the secret, it manifests it by putting it in the universe. And number two, it puts it in play, having all the people around you hold you accountable to what you're saying. And if you don't have accountability in your group of environment of friends, get rid of them. Literally get rid of them, atrophy them out of your life. You have no need for them. You can party with anybody. Entrepreneurs, I know the best, wealthiest people in the world, they love to party too. So they don't have to just be your party friends. They don't have to be your church friends, your school friends, or whatever your friends. This is an environment that you want to live in that you're going to dictate. So be out here on a regular basis and listen to them every morning. Just plan every morning while I'm getting ready, doing whatever you're doing, driving. You put it in your calendar. You're going to listen and understand this YouTube channel, because I'm not out here for my health. I'm out here for your wealth. Oh, that's kind of funny. Good narrative. So before I wrap up, I'm going to give you 4 just very specific keys. And these are kind of stock and block, because I've given you a lot of little $1 trillion tips in that. So number 1, you got to start, again, the call with a clear agenda and purpose. My purpose is to sell you something. I start at my top item, right? My $40,000 all family, all inclusive lifetime value of a mastermind and mentoring program. I can go down, I can go down, I can go down. If you say, you know what, I just want to start, well, then I'm going to sell you all my books. Like, I'm going to take you down. If you start your sales calls at the lowest ticket and then you try to work up, it doesn't work that way. When you're one-on-one on a call, you start high, start at the biggest package you have and take it down, depending on what they can do, what they're really committed to. If somebody's in a big life change, do you really want them to start? Like, I teach a lifetime process. Like, if you're in a huge life change or something's going on, I need you when you have some freed up energy to really consume and get involved, like, because we're going to change your life. Number 2, listen actively, respond to what they need. So again, you're going to ask, how can I help you? And you're responding, listening for how you're going to help them. Number 3, close the deal with confidence and absolute certainty. So the biggest mistake you make on this one is you start telling people, you start fulfilling. Because people during the end, right, when you get to the close, they say, well, how are you going to get me out of debt, Loral? How are you going to help me make money? Do not start fulfilling right there. Don't go into your answers. Say, once you begin the program, you commit your tuition, I'll give you those answers. The how isn't important to you. Getting the result is important to you. So notice how I lead that. A lot of you get tripped up in your sales calls because you actually go into the how you're going to do something for somebody. All right, that's not important in the sales call. In fact, it will lose the sale. Number 4, once you do the sale, we do actually in our company what's called a hot handoff, which means the minute the sale's done and they've committed to something, the person who sells them literally texts the team of people who need to do the next step of fulfillment. It's an immediate welcome. Welcome to our group. Here's how you get to our onboard. Here's how you do this. Immediately start fulfilling and putting them into your fulfillment pipeline. So sell them, fulfill immediately, and then follow up with customer service. How are things going for you? And you can, again, create all that in automation in a system called Rapid Marketing Systems. So I want you to go to askrms.com. One of the most important things you've got to do is you got to get out there. You got to get your followers off of following social channels into a proper CRM so you can then go into scheduling sales calls. So I need you to have that to run an effective sales call, and then take notes on every person. What was your ask? What did they say they wanted? And even if they don't buy today, take notes on them. You may not remember 1,000 people later what that person wanted. So I need you in our CRM, not somebody else's. The one I've used for decades has made me hundreds of millions of dollars. Let it make you an enormous amount of money. Let me make you a millionaire. I'll talk to you soon.